Hi everybody, it's Carrie. Hello, welcome to my channel. Welcome back. If you're not new, welcome if you're new. Today, guys, we have a very serious topic to discuss. If you guys know that today's video was supposed to be a happy, cheerful video, guys. I got some stuffed animals in the store, and that was supposed to be today's video, and I was going to do some of my American Girl dolls later sometime next week, and my new doll, Cat Patch Boy. But guys, something really serious and scary happened to me earlier. This is being filmed around 2:30 and it happened to 8. Like 6 hours ago. So guys, I went to Burger King despite the fact that in my gut I had a feeling not to go. Guys, my nails are a little bit chipped. Please excuse that. I ate there, it was perfectly fine. So guys, I went to go home and I was just in my heart didn't feel right. So I heard a man just talking loudly and I was like, okay, that's weird. But, you know, it's, guys, I live in Philadelphia, by the way. So this city is not good anymore. It's not safe for women. So I was like, you know, what's going to happen? Like, he's probably not talking to me. And so I screamed out, Miss, and tried to follow me. Guys, I turned the group trying to get away from him. So I didn't want to go, guys, I want to give you guys common sense tip, but if you're young people watching me, never go down an alleyway. If somebody you think is following you, never go home an alleyway, guys. And the only reason I'm not crying right now is because I had to watch a few, I was watching some Corey, what's his name, Fogo Manis videos, and I watched a few Chandler Riggs videos to calm myself down, guys, because I was hysterical almost earlier. We thought we were going to have to call the police. Anyway, guys, I'm going too far ahead of myself. This man, I swear, guys, followed me from Burger King to my front door, and then was interacting with my father. If you guys do not know, my father's 87 years old, has myasthenia gravis, so I was not expecting much. Well, guys, to my surprise, because I had my pepper drop, my phone was dialed 911 already. I was going to call the police. So my father comes to the front door. As this man, guys, I mind you, is trying to get in my home. He's actually walking in my house while my dad had the door locked. He, tried to pull. And my dad opened the door and said, no, guys, make a mistake. Daddy did. Daddy had one of the doors locked, but the door was open. Because, guys, I was hysterical, screaming, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. I came to the house, and I banged on the door loudly, and I started screaming, Grandpa, Grandpa, Grandpa. And my father was like, what the hell? Oh, sorry, guys, make me saying, what the heck? She's yelling Grandpa. Guys, I am in not my normal state of mind, so if I'm cursing and swearing, I totally apologize, guys, but something really bad happened to me. And I started screaming, Grandpa, Dad, Dad. I started screaming Dad on top of my lungs, and my 7-year-old father, like I said, he's masturbating grandpa, so he takes a bottle of Coke. Guys, I couldn't get my key in the door. I was so frightened. He was all the way down the block, and by the time I got the key open, and my dad opened the door, and I got the key in the door, he was right on me. And I went to shut the door, and I was freaking out. I just locked the door. And my dad was like, what the heck? And I was like, Dad, a man followed me home, and he's trying to get in. He was like, no way. He went look and was like, oh. So my dad confronted the guy. Guys, don't confront him. It's not funny, though, guys. Do not confront the guy. He was high. He was on drugs. He couldn't even talk. He wanted something. I was scared, guys. I didn't know if he was going to try to rape me or kill me or leave me for dead. And you guys know, I have had some very close calls in the past, guys. I've had people try to rob me in the past in my old neighborhood. People don't realize how messed up my head really is when it comes to crap like this, guys. I think the whole world's out to rape and kill me. Because when I was younger, I've had instances like this that shaped the way I look at the world. And I'm honestly afraid of men, to be honest with you guys. I'm afraid of men for the most part. After some of the stuff that men have done to me in my lifetime, I'm afraid of them. I've had a couple close calls with people with knives at my throat and all, guys. And guess what your dumbass Carrie-Ann didn't do again? I didn't even call the cops this incident. But no, guys, back to this. I did not know he was armed. So my father was talking to him and was like, if you don't leave my property, he was actually inside my front door, coming in my front door. And my dad was like, if you do not leave my front door, I'm calling the police. Like, you followed my daughter home. Like, you follow me. Guys, put yourself in daddy's shoes. He followed his disabled, legally blind, special needs daughter home. Guys, I'm considered special needs because I have asthma, hypoglycemia. I'm almost legally blind. I can't hear at me. The only good thing is my ear popped on the way home. I've been having trouble hearing. I do take seizures, by the way, guys. I don't know if I've shared it on this channel. I do sometimes have seizures. So, and you have a special needs child, and you have special needs parents. You guys know how scary that is. Just being a parent alone, which I don't know. I have my dolls, animals. But having a special needs child, or having a child at all, is difficult. Plus, a special needs child, especially one like myself, who I'm sorry, guys, my head's itchy, my nerves are still really shot. So it just happened. If you have a special needs child, especially like me, who I still want to be independent, I want to learn to drive, I want to be on my own, I want to show the world that I don't need daddy. Well, guess what, guys? I needed daddy. I needed dad. So, I made my hair making me look chunky, guys. I know my hair behind me making me look chunky. So, anyway, guys, yes, that's what my hair is making me look chunky behind my ears. That's what it is. So anyway, guys, I ran to Daddy, and Daddy was, like, strong and brave. I mean, Dad was no pushover punk. 87 or not, Dad was no pushover punk. Guys, look, you guys can see my shirt's messed up from my drink. My cup, it rubbed, guys, and look, it's all over my arms. Daddy thought that he had grabbed me, and there was bruises. So, Daddy, look, guys, it's actually from my drink. Do not worry, guys, it's from my drink. But Daddy thought that he had actually grabbed me, and he thought it was blood. And I was like, so guys, until I'm actually in my 10th month right now, so there was some blood on my pants. I must have leaked. And I don't know, guys, I'm in the same shirt I was in the other day, because the other day it was clean. I put it back on. Now it's not. Did I shower again? So anyway, guys, so Dad saw the blood and freaked out. Like, I was going to call the cops. Because, by the way, guys, I dropped my phone the other day, so we don't know if my phone... Well, on my phone, I just called my friend Joni practically trying to happen. I was like, Joni, I want to let you know. Like, this just happened, like, a half hour ago. I called Joni, and she was like, what? A little sore. And she was like, what? And I was like, yeah. This literally just happened. And she was like, oh, my God, this is awful. I don't know, so I'm actually, like, really stiff and all because, guys, I had to, like, run for my life. So I'm, like, stiff. I don't know how they do it in The Walking Dead, because I certainly felt like I was in The Walking Dead. Like, this guy was on drugs, he was high off his butt. I'm gonna keep cursing on here, guys, that's not okay. He was high off his butt, he couldn't even talk, he couldn't even initial to me what he wanted. So I was frightened. And when I get frightened, guys, I remember, I'm still a woman. Though, I always complain people don't see me as one, but that guy obviously see me as one. And I'm sorry, guys, there's food or nail polish on my face. I'm not in my right head right now. Like, the first thing I did that went on Facebook, and I alerted all of my relatives this occurred. My cousins work at a Burger King. I don't want to say where. So I alerted all my cousins that I'll probably be coming up shopping on Thursday. Guys, there's actually a problem with my phone. That's a video for a different day. It's not after this. I was thinking about moving the doll slot further on and doing a slot where I tell you guys that there's something wrong with my phone. But I think this is definitely more serious, guys. Something really bad happened. And I was scared. Daddy stayed nice and calm. He was like, he even said he kind of felt bad for the guy because I think the guy needed something. He was like, normally, guys, he got close to my dad, too. He was within the 6 feet distance that we're actually allowed to be. And he was actually inside my home. I'm sorry, guys. I keep playing my hair. I'm really nervous, guys. My nerves are still shot. This man was inside my home. I kid you not. My dad had to push the door out. Like, push him out of the door. I'm sorry, guys. To get him the heck out of my home. And my dad said, this is it. Guys, my brother is very annoyed. He's annoyed. He's aggravated. He's annoyed. He said that this is it. He said, we are moving. He said, he's coming for me. He's packing my bags. And he wants me out of here. Because instead of calling the police, I called Eric. Or Derek, whatever his name is. Guys, I'm going to slip out some real names in this channel, in this video, because my nerves are shot to remember code names all. So I thought to myself, actually, guys, while he was following me, the Coral said to me in the store, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Coral told me in the store, the guy who works in the phone store, the guy said back to me, I was trying to crush on the guy who works in the phone store. I'm not going to say what phone store for Coral's protection. Coral is a cover name, but Coral's words played in my head when he told me, if that guy, there's another guy that was bothering me a while back. He said, that guy bothers you again, just bust his kneecaps. I told him my ex was bothering me as well. He said, just bust his kneecaps. And they said, really, no, don't. He said, I don't want you getting in trouble for me. He said, I don't want you getting in trouble over something I told you to do. He said, but you know what? He said, that stops you from getting hurt, bust him. So Coral's words played in my head as I was frantically looking for my pepper gel, guys, because I had to slow down with pepper gel. And guys, I actually was zigzagging in and out of streets and all. I don't normally go down to try to get this man to leave me alone. But he kept following me, so I started thinking maybe I dropped my phone. He's trying to alert me I dropped my phone, but I did not drop my phone, guys. I went for my phone, I went for my key, I went for pepper gel. I went for my hand sanitizer. I was all prepared to just need him. So my whole family shook up. My cousins are floored. I told I guess I could say my cousin's name on here because his name is common enough. I actually wrote my cousin Thomas and told him, I was like, Thomas, this happened. And he asked, I'm scared to come up by myself. And if I have to, he said, no. He said, you're not going to be afraid around me. You know what I mean, around him. He said, you're not going to be afraid there if I'm there. He said, I will not let anything happen to you. He said, if you have any problems when I'm there, he said, I'll kick a guy right in the teeth. He said, I'm not going to put up with my cousin. They're happy to be afraid. He said, you might have a little PTSD. He said, I'm glad you told me. He said, oh, no, I'm not putting up with that crap. He said, you don't have to be afraid with me there. And then I wrote him, and he was like, oh, my God, I don't even have a response. He said, I didn't know that's what happened. And I was like, yeah. I said, guy followed me home. I didn't know if he had a knife or a gun, and I was just, like, creeped out. And like I said, guys, I'm so sorry to keep playing my hair, guys. This is, like, one of the most trend, guys, and I have been assaulted in other ways in the past. I've had people, like, pull knives on me. I've had people try to basically rape me, like, try and take my clothes off while holding a knife at my throat, like one guy did. Guys, God forbid, I'm sorry, I shouldn't be telling you guys. I've had people try to kill me even, guys. I grew up in a really bad neighborhood, and my family just kind of swept it all under the rug, like I'm making things up and blah, blah, blah. Also, guys, the reason why I never called the police are two humongous reasons. The one I never planned to tell you guys. One huge reason is because when I was a kid and there was a boy in my neighborhood who was sexually abusing me. And when I say sexually abusing me, I mean he was pulling up my breast, he was trying to pull down my clothes, trying to pull up my top. With him and his buddy, people thinking it was a gag. Now, guys, I called the police, and the police actually blamed it on me. And I had breast bruising on my breast from him punching me in my breast while his friends were holding me down. He's punching. But guys, that's a story for another day. But that is why I do not trust the police, guys, because the police officers, my dad called the police at one point because my dad was like, this is bull crap. I'm not going to, with 5 guys jump my disabled daughter. I'm not putting up with this crap. So my mother would call the police, and the cat and dog show. The police would take 5, 6, 7 hours to come. Sometimes they wouldn't. Came to the point at the end, they would say, you know what? We don't even know how to say who it is. You're the lady with the special needs daughter. And she was like, yeah, my daughter takes seizures and convulses. And a gang of 5 guys jump her every time she walks out the front door. And the police always like, don't even tell me. It's that guy over there. Good guys, the police officers don't have any respect for me. And that is why I have none for them. I am sorry to say that. I have no respect for them. My grandfather, I had 3 grandfathers, but guys, and that's a little confusing. One of my biological grandfathers was a police officer. My maternal grandfather. He would hang his head in shame if he seen this city. This is not the city my grandfathers patrolled. My adopted grandfather was also a police officer. This is not the city that my grandfathers put their lives on the line for every day. My other grandfather was a carpenter, I believe, or contractor. I think it was a carpenter contractor, my other grandfather. My biological grandfather. Yes, my biological grandfather. I have 2 paternal grandfathers, 1 paternal grandfather. Yes, my paternal grandfather, one was a police officer, non-biological. My biological grandfather, my biological paternal grandfather was a carpenter. My adopted paternal grandfather was a police officer who used to trail the towns. Everybody knew he was Officer Bob, and he would patrol the town. So my grandfather protected this town. And the same thing with my grandfather on my mother's side. They all knew him as Officer Norman. He patrolled the town. This is not the town he patrolled. And my grandfather actually died in the active line of duty, guys. So this is not the town my grandfathers patrolled. This is becoming violent. My grandfathers would take this as an attack on their granddaughter. They would take it as this is awful, like, you know, my granddaughter keeps being abused. And guys, there is another very big thing I never planned to tell you guys. Why I don't call the police. Because, how do I put this delicately as a lady? Like, I flirted with one once, and things were escalating. That's all I say. Charlie, who you hear me talk about on this channel, something I was never going to tell you guys, was not an actor. That's a cover story. Charles is a police officer. I did not know he was an undercover police officer, guys. But yes, my Charles I talk about in all my funny stories. And I plan to do a video where I actually discuss Charlie more. I never plan to tell you guys that Charlie is a police officer. He is not an actor. He told me he was an actor. He wasn't an actor. He was a police officer. But that was his cover. He was an actor. It was actually the dead kids. He was acting police officer who was pretending to be the boy who got shot's brother. But that's all I'm going to say. Oh my gosh, guys, yes. So I cannot call the police, because if I get Charles, we're done. Oh my god. Guys, I'm laughing, but it's not funny. It's really not. I mean, if I would have called the police and been like, hey, yeah, this guy tried to follow me home and I'm disabled, they'd probably send Charlie. Because I was planning on just letting the cops know that I do have special needs in areas. Like, I do have seizures, which is something I don't know if you guys are aware of. I do have dyslexia. I do have brain damage. I'm pretty sure I have brain damage from my coma. I have nystagmus. I'm almost legally blind. I have hearing disabilities. So I do have special needs. And that is why this is not okay that a special needs woman was attacked almost on the way home. And this is it. Me and Dad officially feel like we need to get out of this neighborhood. And if me liking corals was holding us here, then I need to get over Coral and get out. Now, Coral really does work at the phone store. Coral's not a cover for a police officer. He actually works at a phone store. The video is becoming much too long, guys, but I just want to let you guys know that this is serious. And also, guys, please don't put comments where you're just putting numbers and letters and stuff at the bottom. Guys, this is a serious thing that really happened to me, and really, guys, I thought I was going to die. I really thought that my number was up, and I was never going to see anybody I love again, or none of my toys, my stuffed animals, my father. So, guys, I'm still very emotional, because this literally just happened a few hours ago. But guys, keep this in mind. My father, when push came to shove, was my hero. He stood up and was like, you're not getting in my house. If you go in my house, I will have to, force something. You are not getting in my home to torment my daughter. Like, you need to get out of here. It's what I implied it was my grandfather, but the guy was so high, he didn't know anything going on. He probably didn't even follow me home. So guys, also, like I said, we're figuring out what's wrong with the phone, but I'm just so messed up at this, guys. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm sorry for such a sad video like this, but I'm scared, guys, because now he knows where I live, and he's been inside my home. So now I'm like, I got to get out of here. Like, I no longer feel safe here. Sorry, Granny, I no longer feel safe here. And I'm frightened now. Now I'm worried for my father's safety. Because my father said if worst came to worst, he'd have to stab the guy. And I was going for a knife, guys. I'm not going to lie. You guys see here behind me, that rag over there? The stuff there, that is my silverware. I was going for a knife. I was prepared to stab him if I had to. Like, he was getting within close quarters of my father. He actually had to shake my dad's hand. My dad was like, I don't want to shake your hand. You harassed my daughter. Get out of my home or I will call the police. And then hey guys, he said I'll stay in house for like 10 minutes. So Dad and I are like really debating here on what to do, guys. And I'm gonna need pop, guys, because I'm so sorry I had to make a video like this. So, but like I said, I'm not afraid if I call the police that Charles will come, because Charles is about the sexiest man I've ever seen next to Bo Cassidy. I mean, Bo Cassidy is still #1, but that's the video for another day. So, if it just happens again, guys, because this has happened before, last year or so, a man had followed me home, but this one followed me in a car. This guy followed me by walking. He had a walking disability. He was disabled. He was high as a kite. I think he may have been mentally challenged, had mental disability, or some kind of disability. Physical disability. He was following me home, guys. A normal man would know that if you need help and you're calling out to a girl and she's not responding, she's responding the way that I was responding, to just leave her alone. You're obviously frightening her. So, guys, I'm sorry I had to make such a long, crazy video, but I wanted to get it out there, you guys, of what actually happened. Because this is just bizarre. I mean, my brain is still wrapping my head around what actually happened, guys. Because I'm at the point now where this is starting to give me my old neighborhood vibes, where I just, you know what? I just went out. I'm willing to sell this house now and just go. Guys, my old block was like this. I don't want to give the name of my old block out because then you can probably figure out where I'm originally from. This is actually where I'm originally from, by the way, guys. This house here, but so Dad and I are at the point now where we just went out. Guys, I'm so sorry this video had to be so long. And I apologize, guys. My normal adult happy stuff should be next, but right now, guys, I'm not in my right head. Till my next upload video. Remember, Carrie loves you all. Just to the moon and back. Remember, comment, like, share, subscribe. Remember, guys, your comments are not actual, like, kind comments. Just please don't even bother putting them. I'm too sick right now, guys. I'm too hurting to deal with that. Until my next upload video. Goodbye, guys. Love you all.